Good morning, everyone, and thank you for coming out today. For those who may not know me, my name is Brian McNeamer. I prefer they, them pronouns. And I'm with Kaleidoscope Collective today, and will be serving as your worship leaders for this service. Just like the Unitarian Universalist congregation, our group is a mix of LGBTQIA 2+ members and allies. We meet on the second and fourth Friday at 7 p.m. here at UUC. We do smaller social events, discussion nights, game nights, craft nights, movie nights, and potluck nights. Our group is run democratically, and we are still planning on jointly hosting the Pride booth this year with the Stone Action Group. If you came here wanting to learn more about the Trans Day of Visibility, then you have come to the right place. For now, though, we welcome all of you. And at this time, we would like to invite everyone, if you feel comfortable doing so, to greet those around you with the UUC's welcome song. The words should be on your screen.
Whoever you are, we welcome you. Wherever you come from, we welcome you. Whoever you love, we welcome you. Whoever you are, we welcome you. Wherever you come from, we welcome you. Whoever you love, we welcome you.
Pages are out of order. Okay. At this time, we'd like to remind everyone to please check your inserts, the announcements page for going-ons at UUC this coming week. And in addition, we have an announcement from Marion. UC's young people have been collecting money to buy pet food for the mutual aid folks. These are the people who struggle to provide for basic needs for themselves and their loved ones. Their pets are among their loved ones. They will often feed their pets before they feed themselves. And if you'd like to contribute, you can add to the collection basket that's on the greeter's desk out there before you leave today. As Neil lights our chalice, please join us as we read the unison affirmation. The words are in your order of service and should be coming up on a screen. Love is the spirit of our faith, and service is law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. And at this time, I would like to invite everyone to rise if they are willing and able for the first song for all, number 170, We Are Gentle, Angry People. The words should be on the monitors.
Well, verses 1, 2, and 5. And 5 is at the very end under the music. So 1, 2, 5.
We are a gentle, angry people, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are a gentle, angry people, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are a justice-seeking people, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are a justice-seeking people, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are gay and straight together, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are gay and straight together, and we are singing, singing for our lives.
Let's take this time to connect with one another and share our thoughts and vibes from our hearts. Here are the joys and concerns that are in our hearts today. The first joy is Carmen Barone with the West Virginia Symphony. She performed with lots of energy. The second one is the writer had an awesome time at the auction last night. I do have a personal joy. When I got off the interstate exit at Montrose yesterday, coming off the stoplight at the bridge, I saw this Tesla, one of the Tesla trucks, and normally I flip those off when I see it, but this one I had to give them a thumbs up because they had two flags on the back. One of them was an F Trump sign, the other one was an F Elon Musk sign. So, and these were big where anybody could see them. They had big flags up that said pretty much, yeah, Elon Musk. In concerns today, Gene Bain is having some health issues. Please keep him in your thoughts and prayers. For all the joys that are shared, may they be multiplied. For all the concerns that are voiced or unvoiced, may they be diminished. All right. For today's offering, our group would like to use Paul Delzell's words today. This place, these people. Actually, that's wrong. It's just a yes. My mistake. The offering we take each Sunday is an opportunity to recommit to this place and to these peoples. It is as much as a ritual as singing together, lighting our chalice, or meditating together. It is a reminder of the form of love that we call generosity, and it's how we show that we believe it is important to worship together, to help our community, and say yes to the values of our faith. And speaking of yes to the values of faith, the next offertory song is Jet Pig. It is a children's song, but it includes the UC values, core values, and whenever someone asks what the UC values are, don't forget about this song.
What makes you a true you? Love at the core of what you do. We come into work as a team to make our values more than a dream. Jet Peak helps us keep in mind 6 values that you have defined. Justice means we make things fair. We vote, speak up, and act with care. Equity is when everyone gets what they need for work and fun. Transformation means we change, and things we can still grow at every age. What makes you a true you? Love at the core of what you do. We commit to work as a team to make our values more than a dream. Jet Peak helps us keep in mind 6 values that you have defined. Pluralism is how we say we know there's not just one right way. Interdependence means we're connected, so our earth and its people are respected. Generosity is the last we can learn to share before we're asked. What makes you a true you? Love at the core of what you do. We commit to work as a team to make our values more than a dream. Jet Peak helps us to keep in mind 6 values that you have defined.
Our today's meditation is adapted from pointofpride.org. They released a video a couple years ago doing a guided meditation for Trans Day of Visibility. So I'm using part of theirs for today's. So at this time, sit comfortably, eyes closed or open. Take a deep breath in, hold it, slowly release the breath, hold your palms up, and imagine that you are sitting in front of a mirror. In this mirror is your most authentic self. You notice that the mirror is covered in gems of all colors, shapes, and sizes. You realize that you can reach out and remove the gem from the mirror. As you hold it in your hand, you notice that it is a worry or a concern or an anxiety that's floating through your mind. Maybe it's dysphoria, maybe it's an economic concern, maybe it's a health concern. Hold that feeling in your hand. Recognize that your feeling is valid, it's understandable, and think for a moment as you hold it about how many other people in this world who are holding concerns that are similar to yours. And then set that feeling aside as you put the gem and those feelings into a bowl that is either next to you or in front of you. Maybe it's just a pile, maybe it's more than just a pile. But you're setting that feeling aside. It'll be there when you're done, but for now, we're just focusing on centering ourselves and grounding ourselves. Keep a gentle rhythm of breathing in and out, in and out. Repeat this process until you have collected all the gems from the mirror. Your pile might be small or large or somewhere in the middle. Whatever size that pile is, that's okay. All of those feelings, they are real, they are important, and they are valid. Now we're going to shift focus to our reflection, looking at our most authentic self. You may be on hormones, you may not be. Maybe you don't want to be on hormones. Maybe you had surgery. Maybe you haven't. Maybe you don't want surgery. That's all good. Your identity is real. Your gender expression is real. You're whole and complete. Right now in this moment, you're loved. You're a part of a vibrant community all over the world. You're a part of a rich history of overcoming adversity. Take a deep breath. Imagine all the people in the world taking that breath with you. All the people you're connected with in this meditation all over the world. All of your trans siblings and allies who love and support and affirm you. As you breathe in and out, focus on where you feel tension in your body. Gently scan up and down your body, and if you notice something that feels tight on your in-breathe, squeeze, 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 and squeeze that feeling. Then breathe out and release all of that tension. If you notice dysphoria coming up, that's okay. Notice this manifestation of dysphoria as a gem in a mirror. You can reach out, you can remove it, put it to the side with all the rest of the gems. If there are other worries or feelings that are coming up, that's okay. Feel free to reach out, remove those, and add those gems to the pile too. Once you have put it aside, bring your attention back to your breathing. Remember that we see you. We are here for you, and you are whole and complete. And we love and honor your most authentic self. Now we're going to do a slightly different breathing practice that has been shown to help protect our bodies against stress, anxiety, inflammation, and pain. We're going to breathe in for a count of 4, and then out for a count of 8. And if you can't do 4 and 8, try 3 and 6, or even 2 and 4. If you can do longer, that's fantastic. So together, we're going to do it in 2. Breathe in, 1, 2, and then breathe out, 3, 4. Now we're going to shift from our breath back to our bodies, and we're just going to check in and see how everything feels. As you feel comfortable, maybe you want to end on an affirmation. Remind yourself that you are enough. If that doesn't feel good to you, maybe it's a simple thank you. It can be hard to feel grateful sometimes, but sometimes finding one tiny thing to be grateful for can help improve things and make things feel more manageable. At this time, we would like, for today's service, Billy Pauly will be discussing the importance of Trans Day of Visibility, so I'd like to invite Billy up.
Hello, my name is Billy, and my pronouns are he, him, or they, them. Sorry, I got a little too far from the microphone, I think. Trans Day of Visibility is March 31st, this Tuesday. This was a day created to celebrate transgender and non-binary folks and to raise awareness of the discrimination that we face worldwide. While I would love to focus only on celebration, I can't. Transgender and non-binary folks need our struggles to be seen, and we need our concerns to be heard. Right now, trans folks across the United States are still facing increasing threats to our rights. Right now, what is most frustrating about it is that for the most part, trans folks are the only ones publicly talking about it. Meanwhile, cisgender people are still either blissfully unaware, downplaying our concerns, or worse, cheering on transphobia. Don't get me wrong, I for one greatly appreciate my cis friends and family who make it a point to help spread awareness. But those who aren't, do better. It's the bare minimum to be an ally. The Trans Legislation Tracker was tracking 19 bills this year that could negatively impact trans individuals in West Virginia if they were to pass. 19. Some were a threat not because they're direct attacks on trans people, but because they're vague enough to be used against us. Thankfully, these bills did not pass before the end of the 2026 legislative session. A few of these included the following: giving healthcare providers the right to refuse care to transgender patients, labeling transgender individuals, quote unquote, obscene, potentially prohibiting us from being in or around schools or other places where minors may be, further restricting gender affirming care for trans kids. Keep in mind, hormone replacement therapy and puberty blockers were already banned last year for trans kids in West Virginia. Not that it was ever easy to get prescribed to begin with. Representatives are threatening or were threatening gender affirming therapy, mental health care for trans kids again. Then there's preventing Medicaid from being used for abortions or gender affirming care. The Supreme Court recently ruled that Medicaid can deny gender affirming care for adults as well. And to top it off, requiring IDs and driver's licenses to reflect the sex listed on one's birth certificate unless the individual has undergone gender reassignment surgery and attained a court order. Trans and non-binary people have many reasons for not getting the surgeries. Some can't due to financial reasons. Some can't or choose not to due to health risks. Others simply don't want to. We shouldn't be required to alter our bodies more than we want to or can afford to just to have a gender marker that matches our identity. Although the harmful bills in West Virginia's 2026 session were defeated this time, many were repeats from last year. And we can expect them to come back around again next year if these trends continue. Similar bills are getting passed elsewhere. For us, it's just a matter of time as long as bigots and fascists stay in office. Last month, a new law in Kansas went into effect requiring all government IDs reflect a person's sex assigned at birth. This invalidated the IDs and driver's licenses of transgender individuals all over that state. A trans woman who had updated only her name also got the letter stating her license was invalidated, despite the gender marker on her ID still reflecting her sex assigned at birth. Trans Americans who are trying to renew or get a first-time passport have been have been having difficulties since last year due to the executive order or disorder restricting gender markers to the sex assigned at birth. Another concern as of this month is that the regime in charge of our country will now allow ICE to target transgender people under the guise of quote-unquote immigration enforcement. What does this mean for trans Americans, especially those who are black or brown immigrants? I have heard well-meaning people say that our rights can't be taken away and that if laws are passed that they'll be challenged in court. While the latter part may be true, it doesn't always have a good outcome for those affected. Historically, marginalized people have had their rights violated time and time again. The sterilization of and medical experimentation on black and brown and disabled Americans into the 20th century, the internment of Japanese Americans during World War II, more recently, the detainment and mistreatment of immigrants and suspected immigrants, documented and otherwise, including black Americans and indigenous Americans by ICE. As we can see, laws targeting the LGBTQIA2S+ community and reproductive rights have already been passed and enforced in various states across the U.S. Need I go on? There's already a long history of human rights in the United States being violated. It's not new. It's built into the fabric of this country, whether we like to acknowledge that or not. It's up to us to resist these systems and protect ourselves and our fellow human beings. Whatever happens, we'll get through it one way or another. Except not all of us will. Compared to the general population, says the National Alliance on Mental Illness, transgender adults are 9 times more likely to attempt suicide. Discrimination bears a heavy weight on those affected. Harassment, violence, and underemployment, and homelessness are all things that transgender people are statistically more likely to struggle with than the general population. These risks increase for transgender individuals who are black, indigenous, brown, disabled, or part of any other minority group. This is why we need allies who are willing to speak up for us. Even if we survive whatever happens, we deserve more than survival. We all deserve to thrive. So what does it mean to thrive? For transgender and non-binary people, it means being able to exist as we are without having to fear being treated unfairly or worse. It means having autonomy over our own bodies and identities, how we dress, how people address us, what roles we play in our own lives. It means having access to health care that addresses our needs. It means just being another person, seeing without preconceived biases or stigma. A lot of other people can relate to that wish for sure. Because the truth is, that's all any of us are. We're just people trying to live our lives and be comfortable with who we are. We are, all of us, deserving of the same inherent worth and dignity. We all deserve a chance at justice, equity, and compassion. Each person deserves to be accepted for who we are. Beyond this, we are sacred. Many cultures have recognized this about gender diverse people. We have historically been viewed as having a special connection to the divine, whether it was as priests or priestesses, shamans, mystics, healers, etc. I believe in the inherent sacredness of all people, yes, but to know that we who transcend gender expectations are meant to be celebrated is a powerful thing. To believe that the gods created us with purpose, that we're not mistakes or inherently flawed, is empowering. Or, if you don't believe in deities, just to know that your existence is a natural part of being human. That's a comfort. When I was a kid, I didn't know the word transgender. I just knew that it felt uncomfy when people referred to me as a girl. When I was a teenager, questioning whether I might be a trans boy, I didn't know about being non-binary. I just knew that being seen as a girl didn't feel right, but being a boy wasn't an exact fit either. I had tried for so long to force myself into rigid gender expectations that it was difficult, even once I found the words to accept myself. I was in my late 20s by then. In some way, trans kids today have it easier because they're more likely to know about gender diversity on some level. They might even be lucky enough to have parents who are accepting. In other ways, because of the political climate that encourages transphobia, trans kids have it worse. Even if their parents accept and support them, the society we live in can be harsh. Trans and non-binary people aren't what the right-wing media and transphobic people claim. I'm not even going to dignify the nonsense by repeating it. No doubt everyone has already heard the propaganda anyway. What we are is the same as cis people. We are mothers, fathers, parents, children, daughters, sons, daughters, or siblings, brothers, sisters, workers, students, religious, non-religious, pagan, Muslim, Christian, Jewish, atheist, funny, boring, immature, wiser than our years, anything and everything that a person can be. Trans Day of Visibility. Are we visible yet? Not the dehumanized caricatures that ignorant politicians and cowards say that we are. The people who are transgender and non-binary. Do you see us for who we are?
At this time, we would like to invite everyone, if they are willing and able, to rise for a song for all. We walk in love. The lyrics should be on the screens.
We walk in love, united in purpose. We join our hands and lift up one voice. We speak the truth with strength and compassion, resounding with hope, with courage and joy.
Our closing words today are from a quote by Libelle Elby, a Danish artist who lived from 1882 to 1931. She was one of the first people to receive gender-affirming surgeries, and before transitioning, she painted landscapes and posed for her wife's paintings. Each step forwards to become the person we are makes it harder to go backwards, to return to the shadowy, private world of closed doors and shuttered windows. The experience, the awakening of one's true self after being so long suppressed, could never be adequately explained in language.
Hold on, hold on, my dear ones, here comes the dawn. Hold on, my dear ones, here comes the dawn. Hold on, my dear ones, here comes the dawn.
Now let's sing our recessional together as we extinguish the chalice, ending our time of worship.